Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ. This is Tina, and I'm on here. Haven't been on here in a while. Had a lot of happenings to me. Been pressed onto my heart just to talk today. It's hard. I've been through a lot. After my mom had passed away, my life got rearranged by God. So many things that's happened. She passed away in my arms, so it affected me, and I kind of got a little depressed because of going through losing my best friend. My mom was everything to me because I love her, but there's so much more that's happened. When she passed away, I didn't just lose her. I lost a relationship I had with somebody, and they went on their way to be with somebody else. I've been single all this time. God's put me in his refuge, if you can say refuge time, I guess. Time of silence. Mom was so great. I'm so grateful for my mom. Yeah, she left me her home. I moved to my mom's home and been working off the land all by myself, trying to get things done. It's very hard, one person doing this. But I survived from the last time of her passing till now. All this time between the fastings I've had to do, making it through all 4 seasons in winter alone. And back last fall, I talked to God. I said, I don't want to be alone up here no more. I don't want to be alone. Is there something you can do? Yeah, he's really good. He sent me a dog. I rescued a dog. And the dog was beautiful. Her name is Lady. And she's just a beautiful dog. She's a little stubborn, but she's beautiful. And yeah, so she gives me comfort so I can sleep at night. And before I got my dog, there was things that was happening up here. God showing me things, even letting me communicate. I asked God everything, and I'm like a child, I like to say, God, what's your plans for me? What do you want me to do? Is your servant? And for the last few years, he sent me messages. I had to figure them out. And the messages were to get ready. Things are coming. You can only help so many people. And he would give me the feeling inside me, strong feeling of what I needed to do. We need to learn to listen to what he gives us for messages, separate ourselves from social media, separate ourselves from devices, and get out into nature. By getting out into nature, we can become back to him, because separating ourselves and understanding ourselves with him is what he wants. It's better communication too. I learned that being out in nature last few years with him, it's good. It's good. I can communicate better with God. God's so loving that he loved us so much that when Christ died on that cross in Calvary for all our sins, he gave his only begotten Son. That speaks a lot of how much love he has for his children. We have a lot going on in the world. He's speeding things up right now. And The message today is get ready, because he's speeding things up for a reason. Being in solitude, which I've been in solitude for so long now, it's been mind-blowing for me. I rely on him. I talk to him every day, morning, talk to him in the noon. I'm getting so I talk to him all day long sometimes. And I talk in the evening with him before I go to bed. Sometimes I just lay on the couch and look out at the stars. Beautiful. But when I've been up here, he's transformed me. I have a medical condition. I needed emergency surgery. Oh, they said I would die. And ever since the operation in 2014, he's been working on my body, healing me, I do believe, because my whole body's transforming. The more I pray, the more I give my soul with pure heart to him. He transforms my body, my mind, and my soul. Yeah, he's just beautiful. I've been reflecting a lot and reflecting on everything that he's taught me in the last few years. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every situation I've been in. You know, he stripped me from income for 2 years, and I still don't have no income, but I'm surviving. I don't know how. It's just him. It's him. It's him that's doing it. It's not me. If I need money, I mean, he'll show me something and something happens and I will do something. Sometimes I go without and I might have to fast for quite a while. I've learned. I think I fast the longest that I've ever seen anybody ever fast. But, you know, it's by fasting, every time I fast, I notice my body's changing and looking younger. Which I have no complaints because, you know, that's the way God works. Yeah, drinking the water. When you drink water, now this is another thing that God taught me. I want to teach this to you. This is something that he taught me, and by teaching it to you, maybe you can apply it and maybe it can help you. When you're drinking water, whether it's in a glass or whatever that's in front of you, make sure it's pure water. And because God is made out of energy, and the energy that you think is real because it's everything that God had created. So when you're thinking of the water that you're drinking, that water that day, when you're drinking that water, whatever you're thinking is going into that water, and that's what you're putting into your body. That's what God message he gave to me. And I was like, okay. I said, what would you like me to do with this message? He says, teach the people. Teach them that when they're drinking the water that I provide on earth for my children, he says, I want you to teach them that when they're drinking that water, whatever thought they have, he said, is energy that I create that's in that water. Meaning that when you're drinking that water, if you're thinking happy thoughts, loving thoughts, that's what you're putting into your body. If you're thinking negative thoughts, then that's what you're putting into your body. So it's kind of like, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. And I think too many people in this world, when they're drinking water, they're going on with their daily lives and they're thinking of all the things that's gone wrong in their life, and they don't realize that those thoughts are in the water and they're putting it in the body, which is going to mess up their whole day. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is think good thoughts, positive thoughts, pure thoughts from our heart. If you are having bodily pain, think of healing thoughts into that water. That's what I've been doing because I've dealt with a lot of pain. I trying to heal my own body by using God's energy through the water, and it's really working right. I love it. So when we think our thoughts, we need to think, you know, by thinking these positive thoughts, putting it into the water and drinking that water, we're not only healing our bodies, but we're healing our mind and our soul, because our soul is with Him. Anyways, that's one of the teachings that I learned, and I wanted to share that with you. There is so much going on. Here we are. I tried all winter to get wood up here. We're going into winter, and I don't have no wood. I actually hooked up my John Deere in a logging chain. I've been hauling brush out from the woods. Give me a lot of brush and trees that are down in there. And so I've been hauling that out and doing it all by hand. Hard work. And I get dizzy sometimes because I'm not eating. But I know I'm supposed to fast. And I just don't know how I'm going to get through the winter. But I know with Him, I can. So it's all about flipping the switch. So when we can flip our mindset, like me, I panic and I get anxiety attacks. I'm just as human as anybody else. I do get anxiety attacks, but I give it to Him. And when I get overwhelmed, I just put it in my hands and I throw it up to Him. And then I try to blank that out of my head for the day and think of something positive and go work on something positive for the rest of the day. And that seems to help. It's been helping me for a long time. But being happy is so much in life. There's so much going on. Look around the world right now. It is changing. And we need to get ready, because there's going to be a time where people are going to be going through a time where it's going to be a cashless society. We don't want that, but that's part of the Bible prophecy. If you haven't ever read or understood the Bible prophecy, read the last book in the Bible on the book of Revelation, and you'll hear it. You'll hear Him speak to you through it if you do meditations, because that's what He does for His children. Anyways, yeah. See, I've done so much up here trying to keep this going, and it's so much work to do. I got a lot of work to do up here. Just me. And I take it day by day. I'm on my, since 2019, since now till now, I'm in a situation where that emergency surgery, I was supposed to go to Boston Israel Hospital. Never been there, but my doctors wanted to send me there. I can't even afford a doctor anymore. So I gave it all up. I gave up everything. When the pandemic took over and they were all enforcing the vaccines, which the vaccines were, God told me not to take it. I didn't take any of them, because I listen to God. I don't listen to man, because what God says is the truth. When God speaks the truth, I listen. So we got so much more coming. There's something big that's coming that's going to be worse than the pandemic. But we're not to worry, we're not to fear of what's to come. Because when this happens, what's going to happen is we're going to be, all I got to say is read the book of Revelation. Read about the mark of the beast. Read about people taking the mark of the beast. Read about how in the Bible it talks about the beast system is when they enforce you to take the mark in the hand or the mark on the forehead. And if you don't take that, they're going to kill us, because it's the devil. The devil is right now running havoc all over the planet. One of my videos I mentioned a while back, what was good is now bad, what's bad is now good. That was one of God's statements that He told to me. And He was right. It's getting worse. It's going to be the point where everything around you is not going to feel right. And the ones that do feel it will be able to communicate on God's energy timeline. It's like God's frequency. So it's like his children will be able to communicate with one another. And it's so beautiful how he's done this, and only the chosen can hear it. And yeah, and he said to me, another thing he said to me was he had before we're all born, okay, before we were put here on earth, it, for our spirits had entered our bodies into our mother's womb. He set it up so certain ones would know each other again down here. And he did that so when the time comes, like now, with everything going on in the world, that we would hear one another and we would be able to come together, back together, to fulfill his promise. There's so much coming. I pray every day. I pray for everybody every day. That's one of the things I do. I pray. And I pray for the children to hear him. There's more coming that's going to be faster and faster and faster. And pay attention. Take notes. There's signs everywhere. He's pouring out his love in signs right now. He's pouring it out in numbers. That's the angels talking. He pours it out in feelings. He pours it out with visions with certain children having visions. I mean, I know the church says that, I dealt with several things where the church, not all churches, but some churches don't think that the visions that people are getting, they just assume that it's the devil, it's this, it's that. When it's pure, when it's spoken in love. And God is giving visions for all his children right now. They're all going to experience a spiritual experience from him. Doesn't matter if you're bad or good. He's going to give you a choice, because he gives freedom of choice. Right now, people have a choice. Do they want to be with him, or do they want to walk on the other side and be with the wicked world? And this is what he's doing. He's doing this for his children. He allows us to have freedom. We have a freedom to make that choice. I choose Jesus. I choose God. I choose him every time, because there is so much happening right now. I'm on his side. I know where I stand. I know where my feet are planted. And to ground yourself with the earth, this is another thing. People are so busy on the devices. When's the last time that they came outside and take their feet up, take the shoes off, and just, get grounded? Wow, let me tell you, it feels good, because the earth is pulsating right now with so much energy from God. And by being on your devices, you're not even gonna experience this. It's beautiful. It is just so beautiful. And I love it. I love it. Anyways, I just wanted you guys to know. I'm waving to you guys. Yeah. And I wanted you guys to know how much I've missed you guys. Like I said, I've been going through a big cleanse, a big healing, a lot of fasting, and understanding and finding myself and preparing myself for when Jesus comes back. He is coming back. He's sending his son back, but it's not going to be in the way that people think. You have to have, this is another thing he taught me. We have to be on the same frequency, his frequency, to enter the kingdom. Meaning, if we're not on his frequency, or the frequency that he had installed into us, that's high vibrational, we're not going to enter that kingdom. We're going to be left down here. I don't want to be left down here. So by putting us into solitude, seclusion, I mean, even today, I had one of those things, but I had to lift myself out of it and say, hey, I'm going to be positive today, And that's what we do. We need to lift ourselves out of this. We need to know that the money doesn't matter. It does not matter. Money is created by man, not God. God's system is much better. It is so much better. He created medicines like this right here, for instance. He created that as a medicine. Yep, that is, I do believe. Yeah, that's the medicine that helps the stomach. He created like pine trees, but knowing which ones to make, there's different types of pine trees, and to know which ones you use for making pine needle tea is really good. And pine nuts are so tasty. So, when things come, God is going to provide. See, these right here are pine nuts. These are pine nuts right here. So if you take a pine nut, you can actually eat them. Yeah, you can actually eat those. Yeah. Anyways, he put stuff here for us. It's up to us to understand that he loves us, he's here for us, and there's so much that he's going to be doing that is not for us to understand, but to rely on his understanding to know. So when you're feeling stressful and you have a stressful day and things seem like they're just not going, not going your way, if you're in a situation out there where you feel like you're around people, you're going to know, because God is removing people out of our lives right now. That's another thing. He's removed so many people out of my life so I would know him. And he's not doing it to punish you. He's doing it because he loves you. There's a difference. He's lining people up to join in understanding. He's bringing his children together and lining them up in the way he wants things done. And like I said, there's going to be times where people are just going to be forced. Maybe that's overstatement, but they're going to be forced to take the decision. Do you want this or do you want that? And the ones that are not on the same frequency, they're going to be given a second chance. The ones that he's spoken to that he knows that has a good heart, that are left behind, they will have another chance. But the chance is going to be surviving what's to come. When everything is down here, when you can't buy anything, you can't sell anything, and they're trying to force the mark, and you say you're not going to take the mark, they're just going to put you in, custody and do away with you. That's basically what God's showing me. He's been showing me in visions what they're going to be doing to people. And we need to understand that this is the time. We need to get ready for this because it's coming. But keep your vibrations high. I do mine with music. Music's beautiful. I mean, I used to love 80s music, so I listen to a lot of my 80s music. That's positive music. I find all the positive music. I do Christian gospel, and God came to me in my writing, so I've been writing a lot of music. That's another thing that God's done, and I'm going to put out another video on that. I just haven't done it yet, and I haven't been on here for so long, but today he's speaking to me. So, I'll put out another one this week and get some time. But I just want you guys to know, to be ready, because Jesus is coming soon. But remember, the vibrations has got to be high, because that's what God wants, all of us. It's that vibration of high vibrational. He wants us high vibrational. Get into that. Get into dancing, feeling the positive feelings, joy, music. Anything that makes your heart feel good. It could be painting. It could be anything. It could be just going out and for a day and spending time with yourselves by a brook and just feeling the positive energy from that brook and understanding God and speaking to God. It's all about him right now. We need to focus on him. We really do, because we don't have time. He's speeding it up. And for him to speed this up this fast, what I've seen, in the last few months, summer went by so fast. I have not had a chance to, my garden didn't do nothing this year. That's another thing. We had no rain. I was stripped from not only food, but everything. He's been giving me signs left and right. There are things happening. Even trees on my land is dying. And he's showing me why they're dying and what's going on with the atmosphere and what's going on with the air we breathe. There's just so much. Like I said, it's going to have to be another video because I'm getting low right now on this video. But I want you guys to know that I love you. Haven't been on here for a very long time. And I want you guys to know that this is the time that we need to get ready. Stay positive. Listen to him. Be still. Let your heart be still. And don't rely on our own understanding. Rely on his understanding. Giving it to him is relying on his understanding. When we got so much on our shoulders, we just throw it to him. That's all I got to say for right now. Love you all, and God bless.